guess whatever, yeah, then it crashed. Smart. So closing out, right? I just want to share you some closing out tips that I can share with everybody is, most importantly, take time to learn about yourself now. Because you got time, you're younger than all of us here. Learn about yourself. What kind of risks you can take. Start from the elimination process of who you do not want to be, what you cannot take. So I met so many people who quit, I don't know, like, okay, let's not cluster the brands, but quit a Chinese company, let's just say, oh, I couldn't take a culture. Yeah, didn't you go in with your eyes wide open? Yeah, couldn't see it. Yeah, so all these kinds of things you got to eliminate early, right? Or they work with a boss who, when they interviewed the guy, they knew they were never going to click. It's just never going to work. But they just forced it through because of other reasons. And then after a few months, they quit. So don't do that. One thing I want to quote from Zhang Yiming, he's the founder of TikTok. I don't know if you know, he's very low profile, you all would probably not know about him. But he founded TikTok and Douyin. And he says that everyone is an ordinary person. In his team also, everybody he treats as normal, ordinary people. He doesn't see the Ivy League guy as the best guy, the smartest guy as the best guy. Everybody is the same, everybody is ordinary. We are all largely similar, and you got to acknowledge that. So great intellect and a steady bank account can land you in Stanford, Harvard. The media market founders with such backgrounds tend to show a lot of fame about this, right? Dropout, Harvard dropout, raises $500 million and starts a new startup. But more importantly, you want to know that you're ordinary. You don't want to just jump on the next hype. Reflect, improve, because you normally have a mirror at home. Yeah, always look at yourself. I realize, like, I've interviewed a lot of people who seem as though they don't have a mirror at home. They're like, man, I'm amazing. I'm the best thing a company can ever get. It's like, I can't get it. I mean, I'm not that egotistical. I just don't know where does that come from. But maybe it's like social. Maybe it's like schooling. But work is different from school. Work is different from your social friends. Your friends might say you're great. But go out in a competitive world, there are people who are better than you. So those of you who feel you are extraordinary talents, you might be unable to self-reflect, and it might be difficult for you to take advantage of the situation, which is what Dr. Joe was saying. Seizing opportunities. You won't see the opportunities until you actually look back into yourself and know what are opportunities that are right for you. Yeah, so with that, I end my session. Thank you.
And then
any questions?
Yeah. So thanks for the sharing. Just now you mentioned that it's very important to understand what the job that you're going into. So, but a lot of times in interviews, we can't really see a lot of things like people-related, non-technical things maybe. So is there any advice or suggestions that you would give for interviewees to maximize their what they gain from an interview?
Yeah, that's an amazing question, because I realize, like, what we know is not what you guys know. Some key things you can look at is, now you got LinkedIn, you can research your manager, you can research the team, you can see a little bit of trends. You got to be logical about it. Look at the trends, you can write it down, look at the trends. I can share with you, like the guy who invited me to speak here, Ben. Ben doesn't have computer science background. He's in prop trading, which is almost impossible to get in. So I know that probably the opportunity is given to people who try. He must have done something right on the CV or in the interview. This is all research because I looked at him and I knew. The other things you want to do is, of course, you can look at Glassdoor. You can look at all other ways, like Blind. If you all work at big companies, there's Blind, there's Glassdoor, there's a lot of platforms. If more into Asia, it's like Glassdoor, Noteflare, probably a few others. But do your research. You can look through LinkedIn, you can look through all these methods. You can talk to recruiters. Of course, there will be recruiters who are incentive-based. Their opinions will be incentive-based. You just got to be smart and know who the hell you're talking to. You can even talk to an engineer in the team, buy them coffee, know the guy, no harm to it. And that's the best way you can make decisions. But ultimately, you know, you got to go into every mission eyes wide open, never eyes closed. Because I think you're talking about work here. It's not like something that you can like take for fun, because we spend so many hours there. There's so much social pressure for you to perform. Everything around you seems to revolve around this. So take it seriously, do as much research as you can. It's just like doing a research paper, no difference. And then the last thing is, I think ultimately have a guess on the interviewer that you meet. right? I can tell you some simple hacks about, like what they're mentioning just now, the guys were talking about, stuff about culture. If you walk around the office and you see people in like little corners, like bending their head down talking, I kind of know. I've been there because I've been in a lot of startups and helped them. Anyone who's just bending down, talking, not greeting you and just quickly discussing something, is kind of suspicious culture because they're always bad-mouthing something. But have you ever been to a place, let's just say, have you been to a place with a great experience? Have you all been to Shangri-La Hotel, Raffles Hotel? Like everybody greets you, there's a good culture, everybody greets you, nobody hates their job, nobody bears a grudge coming to shake your hand and like does it like a job. You get it? So there are some telltale signs. And then the major part is do more research on manager, ask him difficult questions. I mean, you guys are young right now. A lot of guys actually ask me questions like, how will you ensure my success? I was like, yeah. I say it's 50-50. Yeah, and then another one will ask me like, how can I gain financial freedom through you? Yeah, but I always tell them, like, so like know who you're talking to, and ultimately you want to like ask him questions that can reveal his true personality. If I can share one greatest tip is that make the interviewer talk more than you talk. If you can do that, you're winning. If all you do is you talk and then the interviewer just sitting there like very traditional, you're losing because you're going eyes closed. Any other questions? No.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Jeremy, for the enlightening and interactive talk.